As we talked with the Modere team early on when we were showing the app, one of the interesting conversations I had with your executive team was, hey, this could work. But as they looked at it, they said, even in the tools, we have to have this type of segmentation. We've got to have a separate pathway for, we want to organize our assets within the app to show just business builders when I'm going to have that conversation with someone, or something that is just product focused. And even when it's sharing a video, I texted a video to one of the executives and he said, hey, here's the problem with your platform, why it's not going to work for us is I've got a join business button and a buy the product button on the same page. We can't do that. And for me, I'm like, oh, that's super interesting. You didn't hear that 10, 15 years ago. And so we tweaked, and went into development and created a separate pathway, even for sharing the tools. And based on that, and that's when it became the fit. So Craig, maybe you could touch on just a little bit, whether it's within the Modere app or your guys' website or things like that, the importance of having that segmentation and those separate pathways, even in the tool aspect, why that's important for, your social marketers.
Yeah, great question and observation there, McKinley. And again, having, you and your team having been with us kind of from the inception, you saw the different avenue that we are going, the disruptive and non, kind of traditional route that we went with that. And, of course, we take pride in that, but also again, with recognition that at the end of the day, our goal is very similar. We just want people to be able to find the best way to be successful and be able to create a long-term, stable business for themselves. And this is approach, again, is one that we just want to make it as simple as possible to, attract people to the products, create a simple shopping experience, have the ability to, get discounts and create continuity orders in a very, simple and straightforward way. You referenced it before. I mean, Modere.com, you can go to Modere.com and you are not going to find anything about the business opportunity. There's not a company tag. There's not an about us tag. There's no, you're not going to see our comp plan. You're not going to, meet our executives and have us, talk about how many years combined experience we have in the industry and, look at our accolades. Like, that doesn't even exist. It looks like a consumer, site. And so, with that, there is an added element of training to our marketers that, like, hey, when you need to address your business, it is a separate platform. You've got to go to a separate platform. And, so there's a one-step, maybe removal there that, that provides some, again, additional step for, for marketers, but it's very much outweighed by, again, this approach that we want to help people build a customer base. And the app has been a big part of that from the beginning. Again, especially, from our standpoint when we looked at platform, right? We felt like we had our products in place. We have a diverse lineup of products. We have value add products. We have products that provide, common needs that people have, but with very unique and powerful quality, clean formulas. But, how can we get those out, easily in what's now a digital world without doing a home party, without doing a hotel meeting? We wanted to make this accessible for, the mom who is in the carpool lane, waiting for their kid to come out to school or waiting for soccer practice to end. And so, being able to, to have people go to their app, go to their phone, and with someone that they've been in contact with that has expressed interest in what they've maybe posted on their social media. They've created curiosity on social media about a product, about a system, about the weight loss they've had, about the improved, skin that they've had, whatever they've, posted about. They can now go right into the app and just simply send them, again, the information, all right, in, beautifully, designed, images, graphics, maybe it's a video or whatever it is. And it's like push two buttons, send it, and it's tied right, to their account, to their referral code. And so again, if I'm just sending that to Jeff and it's like, oh, hey, this is what Craig was telling me about, I just click here. Yep, that's it. Boom. I go there and I make a purchase. It just facilitates, the ability for our people to do things easily. And as, Shane, referenced this, earlier on, when you're reliant on, you know, a salesperson personality or being very dynamic, and even again, like back in those early days, you know, in our former, you know, company, when we were trying to differentiate so much off of science and uniqueness and
Right.
this and that, now what we're doing is just trying to make it easy for people. Can they do it? Is there value? Is it simple? And when it's simple like that, it's duplicatable. And we all know that, you know, at the end of the day, growth and consistency in this business, it is, you know, directly tied to how duplicable your, you know, program is, your system is, and being able to put everything in an app to be able to do that for our people at boom, like you can't screw it up, has
Yep.
been a huge game changer for us.
No, and I think the interesting thing for me is that you guys have stayed committed to that, because early on it would have been easy for the exec team to say, okay, well, we'll try to get around that way of having both the join and the shop. But you guys said, great, you know, we love what you're doing, but we can't do it, and forced us to go and play where you guys are, which the commitment to that, I think, has been a big part of how now you guys have made it that easy for people. And you talked about having to train and coach them, but you now have a field that is coaching and building, you know, a business in the right way. You're attracting customers and doing it. And it's not like you're saying, Craig, where you're not out sciencing people. You're not trying to be the best presenter. It's just, hey, here's the value. Here's what I'm sharing. Come join us, take these products. So I think it's big.